Hi everyone, it's Mama Purin. In today's video we're going to take famous classic paintings and remake them in my style. The first painting I decided to make was The Girl with the Pearl Earring. The Girl with the Pearl Earring is an oil painting made by the Dutch artist Johannes Vermeer during the Dutch Golden Age, more specifically 1665. Interestingly enough, there has been doubts about the earring itself, and if it is in fact a pearl or just polished tin. The reason behind these doubts is the way that the pearl is drawn and painted, specifically the reflections and refraction of the light in the pearl itself. This painting is rather popular, and it has been the inspiration for many poems, novellas, and at least one book that later received a movie adaptation. You might be wondering why I started the painting in black and white. I haven't painted digitally in a while, and the way I used to paint led to dull, low contrast, muddy colors. I wasn't happy at all with these results, so I decided to start off with the values of the painting. This way I'd be able to keep the contrast later on when putting the colors down. For the colors I used multiple adjustment layers called gradient maps. This basically assigns a color to each point on the value spectrum. Basically the coloring becomes a lot easier to do, a lot faster too, and I have a greater control of the colors. This was basically a revelation to me, and I'll definitely keep using this technique on later paintings. After that, I paint a few details on top and make a few adjustments here and there. The next painting I decided to recreate had to be Mona Lisa or La Gioconda. I was a bit unsure about doing this because I feel this painting is so popular that recreating it is kind of a saturated idea. Even so, I'm glad I decided to do it because it is my favorite of the two paintings I've made. La Gioconda is one, if not the most popular art piece by Leonardo da Vinci. It's an oil painting on wood, contrary to the canvas used on The Girl with the Pearl Earring, and it was made in the beginning of the 16th century, and it can be placed in the Renaissance movement. Aside from its cultural impact, the Mona Lisa is also very important in an artistic sense, because it was one of the first paintings to use the sfumato technique, a technique that was developed by Da Vinci himself to conceive the painting's soft gradient. The most popular aspect of this painting is the woman's sneaky smile, that I have to admit is really hard to replicate. This painting is also a source of inspiration for numerous conspiracy theories that, in my opinion, don't hold much water, but still fun to explore these ideas, as long as you don't take them too seriously. For example, some people point out the weird horizon line and they seem to be sure that it means something. In my opinion, I think we think too much about these sort of things. They might be masters in their craft, but they are still human. They made mistakes. They took shortcuts every now and then. I'm sure of it. It isn't far-fetched to think that he might just have committed a mistake. I also think that it is funny that he might have noticed it a little too late, and that he thought about it a lot afterwards, kind of like most artists do anyway. As a kid, I was lucky enough to visit Paris and the Louvre, where the painting is currently housed, and I have to say that it's kind of sad that you can't take your time looking at it. First of all, you can't get too close because they don't let you. Then there is always a big crowd trying to see the painting, so there are security guards that don't let you stop, so really you just kind of see it in passing. And if you need glasses, good luck seeing the little details. The painting looks really big in pictures, but it really isn't that big. Even so, I really enjoyed seeing it in person. A few weeks ago, I think, it was really recently, it was on the news again, this painting, because someone dressed up as an old woman and just threw a cake or a pastry or whatever it was. I didn't look up into it very much. Just threw the pastry at the painting. It's super funny because why would you do that, right? Obviously the painting wasn't damaged because it is protected by bulletproof glass, but still, I don't know, it's just kind of funny because it's so unusual and so not needed. And there you have it, my version of the girl with the pearl earring and the Mona Lisa. If you've gotten this far, please consider liking the video, leave a comment or subscribe. Either way, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye!